you how to draw some important diagrams from class 12 chapter 3 human reproduction. I've already uploaded one video on this chapter on how to draw TS of seminiferous tubule and how to draw the diagram of a sperm. 3 more important diagrams were left. One of them is sectional view of female reproductive system, TS of Graafian follicle, and sectional view of ovary. So this I am going to deal with in this video. Right? So let us start with the sectional view of female reproductive system. This is a very important question. It has already come in the board exam for a 3-mark diagram, and as I have already told you many times, a 3-mark diagram means 6 labeling. There is no marks on the diagram. So without wasting much time, now I'll just show you how you have to draw it. First, draw like this, an arc. Then make 2 curves here and pull it down. Make 2 curves here as well and pull it down. Right? Now इसको आप make the line double. इस line को आप double कर दो. Bring it till here. Then double this line as well and bring it here. Right? अब यहाँ से we will again, this is the uterus. So यहाँ पर से फिर हम ऐसे लग जाएंगे, ऐसे. We are going to draw it like this, like this, like this, and I am going to make it once again double. ऐसे यहाँ पे भी मैंने double बनाया. Similarly, I am going to draw it like this, like this. I am going to make it like this. इसको हम double कर लें, like this. Now जो बचा हुआ जगह है उसमें we will do it this, and we are going to do it this. With this, the entire oviduct is complete. Now we will come to the uterus part. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पर क्या है? We will make a little bit like this and a little bit like this, and after that we will give it. It will come ऐसे. ये थोड़ा सा ऐसे अंदर जाके this will come narrow down. नीचे यहाँ आएगा. And after that it will become little straight. This will become little straight. Here we are going to draw the cervix. This is the cervix. This is the cervix, and then this will actually move like this here, and this will move like this here. Is that clear? अब जब हो गया तो let us make the uterine wall. इस दोनों को आप ऐसे जोड़ दें, and इसको, this is the entire wall of the uterus. You have to join it with this line. इस line के साथ आपको जोड़ना है, and this one you have to join it with this one. You can see, so the diagram of female reproductive system excluding ovaries is complete. Now this is my ovaries, 1 pair of ovaries. I am going to make it like this. मैं अलग बना रही हूँ, आप उसे एक black pencil बनाइए. मेरा एक तरफ थोड़ा चौड़ा, एक तरफ कम चौड़ा हुआ है, but then you know how to make it. And then we are going to make this, the broad ligament over here. This we are going to make it here. So the diagram is complete. This should have been little smaller. ये थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया as compared to this. Never mind. Now first we will go to the labeling of this fallopian tube. Fallopian tube का you know that this part is called as isthmus. Isthmus. The part where fertilization takes place, that's called as ampulla. The broadened part is called as infundibulum. Fundibulum. And the end fimbriated part, this is called as fimbriae. Right? And all these together, I could have made it a little bit this side. Let me make it this side. This is isthmus. And all this together, this is called as the oviduct or the fallopian tube. So this is oviduct or the fallopian tube. Okay? Now let us come to the uterus part. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 labeling. Here this is called the uterine fundus. This is called the uterine fundus. This is called the uterine cavity. Uterine cavity. In uterus also we have 5 labeling. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is 1, 2 and now the 3 walls. You know that this is called as endometrium. Endometrium, the innermost. The middle part of the uterus is called as myometrium. And the outermost part, which is protective in function, that's called as perimetrium. So this is the wall of the uterus, right? So 3 here, 3 here. Now come here. This is cervix. And this is the cervical canal. So 2 labeling here. And the last one is, this is called as ovary. So here is the sectional view of female reproductive system. Once again, you know that isthmus is the part which connects this fallopian tube with the uterus. Ampulla is the part where fertilization takes place. Infundibulum is the broadest part. The hair-like process is at the end, that's called as fimbriae. Now this is the ovary, this is the uterine fundus, that is the wall, this is the uterine cavity, and the wall of the uterus is basically divided into endometrium, the innermost, which actually changes during the menstrual cycle. Then this is the myometrium, this is the one which contracts and actually leads to parturition, and this is perimetrium, which is protective in function. This is the cervix and this is the cervical canal, with along with vagina it forms the birth canal. Right, so here I have completed the first diagram. Now we move to the next one, that is TS of a Graafian follicle. TS of Graafian follicle, there's no label diagram in your NCERT, but it actually comes. So I'll just give you a simplified one so that you know what to draw. It normally comes as a 1 mark, maximum 2 mark question. Right, so even if it comes for a 2 mark question, you just need 4 labelings. So in a Graafian follicle, we have actually 2 membranes. These are called the theca externa and theca interna. Right, so this we have already done. This is theca externa, this is the outer covering, externa, and this is the inner covering, which is called as theca interna. Right, now what will happen in terna? I'm going to make the secondary oocyte. You know that within Graafian follicle we have the secondary oocyte whose division is arrested at metaphase 2. So this is your secondary oocyte. Right, and then you know that it is actually covered by a membrane called as zona pellucida. So this is my zona pellucida. I'm making it over here, and after this, so this is zona pellucida. Then we know that it is covered it is surrounded by a number of follicular cells or the granulosa cells, which we also call, and they are huge in number. So I'm just quickly drawing it like this. These are my follicular cells or the granulosa cells. We need to make them here as well. So my granulosa cells are over. So these are my granulosa cells, and there is a cavity, fluid filled cavity called as antrum. Right, so this diagram is more than enough for you. So this is the diagram of TS of Graafian follicle or a human Graafian follicle. This has come twice, so please do practice it. And now we'll go for the last diagram, that is the sectional view of ovary. To make the sectional view of ovary, I'm just giving you a very a quick method. You need not follow NCERT as it is. So just see what I'm doing is I'm going to make this region a little thin, and here I'm going to give 2 bulges, and here again 1, and I'm going to give 2 bulges here as well, and like this. I'm just going to join it. Right, now here you have a lot of blood vessels. So these are your blood vessels. It is given in colored in your NCERT, but in your exams you cannot make colored diagrams, so I am also making it in black and white. So these are your blood vessels. Right, now if you come here, you know that the ovary is externally covered by a layer called as peritoneum, but it is not labeled in your NCERT, so you also need not worry that you should label it. But still I am drawing it for the sake of it. We are doing it a little quickly. Then here we will find the developing follicles. We know that first it is the primary follicle. This is called primary follicle. Now you know that the primary follicle will eventually develop into secondary follicle. Now you can make few more small cells like this over here. This will form secondary follicle, and you know that in secondary follicle what happens is the number of granulosa cells, they increase. So, but there is no labeling of secondary follicle in your NCERT. Third, they have made the tertiary follicle, and you know that in tertiary follicle, a fluid-filled cavity called as antrum is formed. So here actually there are 2 or 3 tertiary follicles, 2 for tertiary follicles made in your NCERT, but you may not do that. You can just make one and label it as tertiary follicle, right? Now you know that this tertiary follicle will gradually get converted into a Graafian follicle. So I am going to make a big Graafian follicle over here, and in this Graafian follicle I am going to make the secondary oocyte, I am going to make the zona pellucida as you just saw, and I am going to make a number of granulosa cells. Now you know that these granulosas, this will rupture. So I am going to show ovulation over here, that the Graafian follicle has ruptured, and the ovary and the egg at secondary oocyte condition has been released to the outside. This I am going to show it over here, right? And I am going to make few of the remaining follicular cells of the Graafian follicle. I am going to make it here. So I am going to label this as Graafian follicles. Okay. Now that it is ruptured, we know it will get converted into a structure called as corpus luteum. So like this, there is a diagram in your NCERT, and you can label it as corpus luteum. So this is the diagram of, and you can just draw it like this, that the outer is, you can draw some dots over here. The outer is more dense. I told you it's called cortex, but unfortunately these things are not there labeled in your NCERT. So you also may not be bothered for that, and the inner part is actually less dense. But the density is not because of this stroma, the density is because of these follicles. Since the follicles are found on the outer layer, so it is more dense, and there is no follicle inside, so it's not dense, right? So this is these are the labelings. Let me do it. Follicle. These are the labelings that they are in your NCERT, and this is the easy. If you draw it like this, you could see it. It's very easy and very quick. So here I will just like to conclude that from in CBSE normally a 3-mark drawing question it comes, and normally it comes from this unit only. So it either comes from chapter 2 or chapter 3. So these are few very important diagrams. Do practice them well, and I'm sure that will help you score good marks in your board exams as well.